Welcome, my friends. The news today is that the fast food industry is in crisis, and it's only getting worse. McDonald's franchisee group says new California fast food bill will cause devastating financial blow. After California lawmakers passed a landmark fast food bill, an independent advocacy group of McDonald's owners is pushing back against what it says will be a devastating financial blow to its franchisees in the state, according to a memo viewed by news reporters. The bill, AB 1228, was passed by the state Senate late Thursday and heads to Governor Gavin Newsom's desk for signature. He has pledged to sign it into law. It includes a wage floor of $20 for California workers at fast food chains with at least 60 locations nationwide, starting April 1st. The fast food industry is flailing without enough workers. Over 60% of fast food owners said that they'd closed part of their dining rooms in August. Operators said supply chain disruptions and low margins were making things worse. What does it mean for the economy? And, what does it mean for the future of the United States? But, before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. And, before we continue, a word from the sponsor of this video. Today's sponsor is ProWorldNet.com. ProWorldNet.com is a job website specifically dedicated to licensed professions. Doctors, including any type of specialty. Nurses, and that includes all grades of nurses. Lawyers, regardless of area of legal focus. Teachers and professors, from kindergarten through graduate school. As well as any kind of job that requires a government license or certification. And ProWorld.net also includes short-term gig-type jobs as well. So, be sure to check out ProWorldNet.com if you are looking for a job or an employee. After California lawmakers passed a landmark fast food bill, an independent advocacy group of McDonald's owners is pushing back against what it says will be a devastating financial blow to its franchisees in the state, according to a memo to its membership. The bill, AB 1228, was passed by the state Senate late Thursday and heads to Governor Gavin Newsom's desk for signature. He has already pledged to sign the bill into law. It includes a wage floor of $20 for California workers at fast food chains with at least 60 locations nationwide, starting April 1st. Labor groups pushed for even higher wages in previous legislation, but the resulting $20 an hour floor prevailed. Even in a state where the minimum wage is $15.50 and the pay floor is even higher in some municipalities, the deal will bring a significant raise for many workers. But despite support from franchisee and restaurant advocacy groups, some owners are concerned about what the bill means for operations in a challenging labor market and during a period of high inflation. The National Owners Association, an independent advocacy group of more than 1,000 McDonald's owners, projects in the memo the bill will cost each restaurant in the state $250,000 annually. The group said the costs simply cannot be absorbed by the business model. It also warned similar legislation will follow in other states. Further, the organization claimed in the letter that a small coalition of franchisors, including McDonald's, the National Restaurant Association, NRA, and the International Franchise Association, IFA, independently without franchisee involvement, negotiated a deal with the Service Employees International Union, causing the legislative outcome to now become certain. McDonald's sent its own letter to its restaurant system on Monday, which was viewed by the press. Responding to the bill, the company said it and other franchisee groups worked tirelessly over the past year to fight these policies and protect owners/operators' ability to make decisions for their businesses locally and protect their restaurants and their crew. This included forming a coalition of brands to refer, an earlier version of the bill, to California voters in November 2024. While expensive and unexpected, we felt we had no other choice. We also significantly increased our political engagement in the state. This included a newly established North America Impact Team to work horizontally, new lobbyists and campaign consultants, and a dramatic step change in our political activity, it wrote. The company declined to comment further on the NOAA's letter or position. Roger Delph, a McDonald's franchisee from California who served on the state's owner/operator task force, said in a statement to reporters that he worked with McDonald's, other franchisees and separate companies to protect the business model from what he called an all-out attack. That involved countless conversations and meetings, and a discussion with the governor's office directly, he said. Anyone who is suggesting this was not a collaborative and successful effort to protect the franchised business model in California, or that franchisee involvement was absent, was either not involved or is contorting the facts. In its system-wide letter, the fast food giant also outlined changes made to the final version of the bill that are considered better for owners than the initial proposed legislation. The new legislation eliminated the threat of joint franchisor-franchisee liability, which McDonald's said would destroy the franchise model in California and strip thousands of restaurant owners of the right to run their business. In addition, it said the bill unwinds the reconstitution of the Industrial Welfare Commission, which would have sweeping powers over decisions on wages and workplace requirements for restaurants. The letter said the commission would have been able to make immediate and unchecked decisions on wages and working conditions in the state. Other franchise and restaurant groups had a more positive outlook on the compromise. The International Franchise Association CEO Matt Haller said in a statement that the bill creates the best possible outcome for workers, local restaurant owners and brands, while protecting the franchise business model in California. He added in an interview with reporters that franchise brands that were involved in the negotiations had their franchisees first and foremost in front of minds as they were considering deal terms. The National Restaurant Association's EVP of Public Affairs, Sean Kennedy, added in a statement, "This agreement provides a predictable future for California restaurant operators and includes a tremendous investment in the quick service restaurant workforce, while eliminating regulatory and legislative threats endangering their businesses. We recognize the work from all sides that went into getting this legislation written and appreciate the legislature's support to get it passed." Both Kennedy and Haller are co-chairs of the Save Local Restaurants coalition that worked on the negotiations. Some critics of the deal have said costs will fall solely on small business owners in the state. In its letter, the NOAA outlined ways for members, suppliers and McDonald's corporate office to support owners in the state of California. It said anticipated menu prices hikes will create a significant revenue windfall for the company, and said the projected $80 million rent and service fees collected from those sales directly tied to price hikes should be reinvested in California restaurants. It asked that any and all requests for financial support made by owners in the state be considered. "Everyone has a stake in this and nobody can afford to stand on the sidelines," the NOAA letter said. Meanwhile, worker advocates, who won wage hikes but not increases as large as they first sought, said their work is just getting started. Fast food workers' fight in California isn't close to over, it has only just begun as they prepare to take their seat at the table and help transform their industry for the better, Service Employees International Union President Mary Kay Henry said in a statement to reporters. She added, "California's Fast Food Council brings together every stakeholder in this industry, including franchisees. At this table, workers and franchisees alike will be heard by global franchisors and will have a direct role in shaping improved standards in the industry. This groundbreaking, sector-wide approach is the path to making fast food jobs safer and the industry more sustainable for everyone." Fast food is facing a major reckoning as understaffed stores, supply chain problems, and the Delta variant of COVID-19 are hitting the industry at the same time, possibly ruining plans of recovery after a notoriously difficult 2020. A new survey from the National Restaurant Association, reported by Restaurant Business Online, shows just how bad things have gotten. Restaurant operators overwhelmingly said that finding staff was the number one challenge they face, with 75% agreeing. Of owners surveyed, 78% said that didn't have enough workers to handle business, which led to many closing dining rooms or seating areas to lower the number of customers they could serve. Nearly half of operators said that they reduced dining capacities voluntarily. According to the survey, 61% of fast food restaurants and 81% of full-service restaurants said that they decided to shut parts of dining rooms in August because they didn't have the workers to serve those areas. Business owners say they're unable to find staff and in some cases even cite a lack of desire to work, while workers say they can demand better pay and benefits in the tight labor market. This mismatch has led to restaurants decreasing hours and closing dining rooms. A McDonald's location in North Carolina made a similar move, closing the dining room while keeping the drive-thru running. Rising interest rates have stressed many franchisees by making it harder to obtain financing at low cost, while labor costs, supply chain issues and development costs have all increased, said Eb Igram, executive director of the Tariq Farid Franchise Institute at Babson College. Igram said some franchisees across the industry may be overleveraged, whether from taking on debt too. The macroeconomic trends cutting into margins make it harder for restaurants to access credit, Davis said. In a recent earnings call, RBI leadership said four-wall EBITDA was below the company's goals, lingering at about $140,000 compared to the company's 2024 target of $175,000. Still, the inflation, labor, supply chain and development costs eating into margins, combined with the difficulty of obtaining credit, are broader industrial problems impacting QSRs across the board. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.